Yeah, Lord.
Yep.
Buddy, how about you?
Yep.
Check it out. See what it looks like.
Yeah. Don't start off of it like that. Matter of fact, we're gonna start off with do this. You got that? You got that info? Okay. Yeah, so all right, Shalom, Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, the Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, we want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father's beloved Son and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Hebrew tongue. Also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, must do honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there that's also laboring in this work, continually pushing out this gospel in all truth, faith, and sincerity, as well as you believers, those amongst you out there that subscribe to this truth, the Akim as well as the Aqua, which will be the brothers and the sisters, So, this is going to be a treat, and pretty much it's not going to be for the faint-hearted, man. All right, this live stream right here is going to go into the bitterness of coming into this truth, because you got a lot of Jake out there that's drawn to being an Israelite, and it's all centered around the festive, the mentality of you got on armbands and a garment, fringes, you in the wing spot with fringes on, and you feel special, that's what Jake coming to this thing for, man. Especially around the Passover time. We see that. Around the Passover time, Jake show their hand, man. They turn the Passover, which is a solemn feast, man. They turn it into a gimmick, man. A concert. Everybody come together in their best threads. The baddest garment. That's a bad garment, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, like them dudes are HODC, man. I know y'all, them dudes like they're in the kingdom already, man. Diamond-studded garments and armbands, But guess what? It's not about that, man. When you return to Yahweh Ba'ashem, you got to come in a penitent, remorseful spirit, man.
That's right.
You're not doing the Most High a favor, man. The Lord doing us a favor. We went off, man. So when you come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem, you got to approach the throne carefully, man. You got to come with humility. And guess what? Being an Israelite and staking your claim as being an Israelite, right? It's not all fun and games. And guess what? We about to come into the time where it's going to be on display what it's really about by being an Israelite. You're going to have to suffer persecution, especially the serious-minded amongst you out there. To come into the kingdom, you're going to have to, the crown is only fitted for kings, man. And really when you go into king, they had to catch hell. When you go into King David, he was sent out into the wilderness, man. See, you got to understand that spirit. Yahweh shot before he could really be crowned with that, that everlasting rulership, he had to catch hell, man.
Right.
So the crown is only fitted for kings and the sir mentality, man. And that's the time we about to go into. know, what it really means to embark on this mission and be crowned. Now, I know brothers got precepts. You know what? Let's start off right here with
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore also know, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmel Shai, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning.
Hey, that's the way you that's the way you return to the Lord. Okay, you don't return to the Lord. You walk up on the throne with a gold-studded garment, man. You come back to Yahweh Bashmel Shai lowly. You know, scriptures tell you that the Lord raised up the lowly. Humble yourself under the hand of the Most High so he can raise you up in due time. All right, you get what you got out?
It's Isaiah 66:2. For all those things have mine hand made, and all those things have been, said the Lord. But to this man will I look.
Right, there's a certain man who the Lord is going to look to. Go ahead.
Even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit.
Yeah, now when it means poor, that don't mean we eat out of the garbage can. That means we don't have no strength in our hand. We're dependent.
That's right.
That's why the scripture said the just shall live by faith. So the Lord said, and to this man I will look, even him that is poor. Go ahead.
Even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit.
See?
And trembleth at my word.
Woo! And that's who the Lord dealing with, man. All right? Anybody got something else before we get into this?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This is 2nd Esdras 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
Yeah, and that's the time you got to gird up yourself for that. But matter of fact, give me that Joel real quick. You got to gird up yourself for that, and you got to know what to expect when it comes to Yahweh Bashmel Shai. This walk is not going to be a pat on the back. Go ahead. Hey, this is a path. This is a narrow path. When you go into the idea of a straight, being in straights, that's a level of difficulty, man. Oh, it tell you that in Acts. Matter of fact, somebody give me that real quick. Acts 14 and 22. You got some over here?
Yeah, you can.
Somebody get that real quick. Acts 14 and 22. Go ahead, Al.
And it reads, verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay the rent. But you know, even though this dominates your mind because you're in the flesh, you know, damn, I ain't got no gas this week. That's a part of being in the flesh, right? But the Lord said, let go of that, you know, because what's about to come upon us is gonna be some, man. And it tell you, matter of fact, hold that. Somebody get that in Daniel the 12th chapter. What's about to come upon us is not, it can't be rivaled with any other time in history. Do you know, as bad as the slave trade was, where they was throwing slaves over the side of the ship, sharks eating them, castrations and, you know, things like that. Oh, we came out with the information through the Spirit, how the one guy, they cut off his testicles and made him eat them and all that in front of all the people. That's gonna be child's play is what we going into, man. Okay, matter of fact, real quick before you continue, give me that Daniel 12 and 1 real quick.
Book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
See that? You can't rival any other time with what we're about to go into. Go ahead.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
And that's heavy. The Lord bad. Now one of us can say they got access to that book. You don't know if you're in that book, so you got to continue, you know, in the work. And that's what we're gonna go into in this lesson, man. That time of trouble, that time of persecution, which a lot of your leaders amongst Israel, these so-called leaders, these self-proclaimed leaders in Israel, they don't prepare you for the time we're about to come into, man. You know, this time of persecution. When you come out and declare yourself as being an Israelite, do you know that you waging war, you declaring war against Esau? And guess what? Esau gonna oblige. Why? Because they gift is the sword. They welcome that. So you Israelites don't know what you about to go into, you know? So go ahead, finish that off.
Yeah, verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Woo! And haste to flee from these times, because this is a heavy time. We just read in Daniel. All right?
For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
See that? All the evils you have seen and been exposed to is going to be greater evils than that in the time that we're approaching. And it's our duty to warn you of that. It tells you that in Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. You know, we got to warn you, man. See, it's one thing about, it feels good to be an Israelite, knowing that you're going to have an inheritance, you're going to have an innumerable amount of slaves, women, and the resources of the planet Earth and beyond. But guess what? There's a bitter side of this, man. We're finna go into the bitterness of being an Israelite, man. The bitterness of following Yahweh Shai, man. To follow Yahweh Shai, what Yahweh Shai said, you got to take up your cross, man. See, this heaven, man. And only the men had great millstone going to give you the serious perspective of that, all right? So now, real quick, give me that in that Job.
This Job, chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What, shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High?
Hold up, shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? Meaning the kingdom, the knowledge. You can cut somebody with the scriptures. You know? You're going to ultimately get the kingdom. And, you know, when you read Isaiah the 60th chapter, you're going to receive the forces of the Gentiles. That's the good, right? But go ahead.
And shall we not receive evil?
Woo! And shall we not receive evil? And when you go into the word evil, what it means? Bad times. So that's what we got to look forward to, man. That's what we got to brace ourselves for, all right? So if anybody else got a precept? Yep, hey, I'll get here, then we go down the line before we go into this information. Go ahead.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 14. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Woo! You got to enter through the straight, you know, with the level of difficulty. Go ahead, up.
It says, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that was it? Okay, good. All right. Go ahead.
This 2nd Ezra 7.
Yep. That links right up with that. I thought that was actually where you were reading from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is 2nd Ezra 7.
Oh, that was
it
okay,
is?
good.
Oh,
you
God.
can jump
Jump up to like 6.
jump up, yeah, and read down. Yep.
6, yeah, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, you got to break it down.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 6.
Yep.
It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. Yep. And that's the kingdom, man.
Yep.
All right. Verse 7, it says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. So again, you know, that good place is the kingdom, man. But guess what? It's set in a narrow place, all right? Or the entrance thereof is narrow and it's set in a dangerous place to fall, man. All right? So you got to come through that straight and narrow, man. All right? Now, where it says it's set in a dangerous place to fall, man, that's straightness right there, man. That's a setting of difficulty, man. All right? Where there's danger on every side, man. All right? Because as we going to over and over again, man, it's not a cakewalk into the kingdom, man. All right? You got to suffer. Okay? You got to suffer the straight things to get into the kingdom, man. And that's why it's called a reward, man. All right? That's why we're laboring in this work, all right? In the hopes that we'll be delivered from the coming destruction to enter into those things, man. All right? So in order to get there, we got to go through it, man. All right? That's why the Lord, Yahweh Shai, look at what he went through, man.
Yep.
You know, the Lord didn't just give, the Most High didn't give Yahweh Shai the crown on a silver platter, man. All right? No, man, the Lord had to suffer on the cross, all right, and die, all right, to receive that glory, man. So guess what? In like manner, his servants, all right, because like the scriptures say, the servant's not greater than his Lord. Guess what? The servant got to suffer those things too, man. All right, to enter into that same glory, man, so that we can be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. All right. Now it says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. All right. So if you go too far to the right, you're going to get burned, man. All right. You go far to the left, you're going to drown, man. All right. That's why it's a balance. Okay. That's why, like it says right here, it says it's a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, man. So you gotta, it's a straight and narrow. And if you veer off too far to the right or to the left, man, you're done, man. All right. And that's why another thing too, and we always bring this out, is that's why you have leaders in this thing, man. That's why you got the apostle elders in the position that they are right now to lead the flock, man. All right, because Yahweh Shai put them there, man. All right, so that they're known as examples of what to do. So we don't go too far out to the right or too far out to the left, man. All right, so we won't have to stumble and fall, man. All right. Now it says, reading on, it says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. No. See? And that goes right into, I'm not sure if anybody holding it, but that goes right into Matthew where it says that way to destruction is wide and short.
Yep, 7th chapter.
Yep. Yep. And also it says the way that leads to salvation is straight and narrow, man.
Yep.
All right. Like it says right here, there's only one man that can go there at once. So every man is falling behind each other, man.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why, hey, this is why you gotta be humble in this thing, like the ox going to, man. All right. Because the Lord can make examples out of somebody. You know, He can make examples out of certain guys where they stumble at, for the next man to come through and jump over that obstacle, man. All right. So that's why, hey, you got to come in a humble spirit in the presence of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. So you won't be that guy that fall to the right hand or the left, man. All right.
Yeah, because that's another thing too. Like that path, somebody stumble over a rock. You know what I mean? And you know to step over that rock.
Yep. That's
So
right.
that's why I set up that way. You know?
Okay.
You got more?
Yep. It says, I say, if this city were given unto a man for inheritance,
Kingdom.
if he never shall pass the danger set before it,
Woo!
how shall he receive his inheritance?
Yeah.
See? So how you gonna receive the kingdom if you don't go through those straight things, man?
Danger.
Yeah, you gotta go through it, man. All right? And that's known as the fire, man. You gotta go through the fire and be purified, man. All right? And that's why the men of the Lord, even going back into the ancient world, that's why they went through certain things. We reading out of Job, right? Job went through certain things, man. He went through those trials, man. And he came out as precious gold, man. All right? So all the men of the Lord went through that, man. And also, it's another scripture, if I can quote it right, roughly paraphrase, it says that whoever trusts in the Lord and was confounded, man. And none of them, man.
2 and 10.
Yep, that's it.
That's right. That's it.
Yep, and
Just thinking about this scripture.
That's bad.
yep. Also, King David said he was both young and old, and he never seen the righteous forsaken, man. And that's the same thing right now, man. All right? You're not going to see any of the righteous forsaken in this time now, man. That's why you got to put your whole trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's why you got little tests here and there, all right?
Building you up.
To building you up, man. To that time to where it's going to get critical to where you know what to do, man.
Yep.
All right?
Because in that day, them scriptures that I just quoted, they're going to come to mind, man. That's going to be the thing that hold you together. And like I said, how could you pass the danger? And that's what we about to go into in this lesson, man.
Yep.
Okay? That's what we about to get into. We about to get into the danger, the dangerous aspect, the filthiness, the nastiness of the scriptures, man. Yep. This thing get nasty, man. All right, yep, go, you got more on that out?
Yeah, Con. Just a quote, too,
After
man.
you finish that off, get that Acts the 14th chapter. Go ahead, out.
Yeah, also said in Sirach, 2nd chapter, man. Look, you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation, man.
Beautiful.
All right? Yeah, so that's why again, like the Ark is saying, man, when you come to serve the Lord, and if you striving for the mark of perfection, you gotta go through suffering, man. You gotta go through the temptations, man.
Yep.
That's the only way. All right. A little bit more. It says, verse 19. It says, "And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion." All right. Now, it's not talking about all Israel, right?
Yep.
Because you got 2/3. All right, that's not gonna get right, man. No matter how much you try to teach this truth to them, man. But really, it's talking about the Israel of the Most High.
Yes.
Man. That's the Lord's portion. That's who the Lord is preserving for the kingdom, man. Right? Yeah.
Yep. Hey, the Israel of the Most High.
Yep.
And that's heavy because when you come across that word Israel, you know, in a lot of cases, that's dealing with the elect, man. The Lord don't acknowledge 2 chains as an Israelite. Because you want to know why? Because you don't. You niggas don't say that you Israelites. So you think the Lord calling you Israel?
Yeah. Call them heathen, man.
Yeah, you heathens, man. Scriptures say, cast them off as a heathen, man. So let's get that Acts 14, and we're going to get into it. Go ahead.
Yeah, according to the book of Acts 14:22, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Woo! And before we touched on the camera, we listened to that word continue. Hey, the Lord have no pleasure in a nigga that draw back, man. You got to continue. Go ahead, out.
It says, in that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Right, so that tribulation means what? Trouble. The time of Jacob's trouble. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're going to frame this trouble, man. It's going to come in the form of Esau waging war on you, man. And that's going to come by way of him trying to establish a new world order. What's the bridge to new world order? Pretty much martial law, man.
That's right.
You know, and these devils is going to live out their fantasy, which is the sword, man. You know, thus the title of this lesson of what we named it, examine him with. Yeah, go ahead,
Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture.
With despite and torture. Okay? That's the immoral Esau. And that's what this devil is planning to do. And guess what? It's in legislation. Okay? You got guillotines. Matter of fact, let's go into this information. Anybody got some information on these guillotines? How many guillotines they got?
I got some.
You got some? Whoever got it, bring it out real quick, and then we'll go into this.
Yeah, just a regular article from livebout.com. It says, did the U.S. government purchase 30,000 guillotines? It says no. It says question. It says question, why did the U.S. government recently purchase 30,000 guillotines? And they just say it didn't, it's a hoax. It says a June 19, 2013 article claiming the feds recently bought 30,000 guillotines.
Hold up. The feds recently bought 30,000 guillotines. Why is that, man? Why is that? Because they are fulfilling scripture. Matter of fact, let's get it. Go ahead, out.
This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword.
Hold up. The Lord says he's going to number you to the sword. And that's that number we always throw out there, the 2/3. That's that number. You have been numbered to the sword. Now the Lord's going to go into a vivid illustration of that sword. Go ahead, out.
And ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
Oh, you shall all bow down to the slaughter. That's framing what? This dynamic of the guillotine. In order for you to get your head whacked off, you got to bow down. Read that again, huh?
God. It said, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
Woo! Go ahead.
Because when I called,
Yeah, and the Lord giving you an explanation why. Because when I called, go ahead.
ye did not answer.
You did not answer, man. It's a commandment for you to believe in this doctrine. That's a commandment. It tells you that in Galatians, the 3rd chapter, where the sin of disbelief, you know, and the law of faith. That's a commandment, man. You commanded to believe in this doctrine. Why? Because this doctrine is Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Tell you that in Deuteronomy 18th chapter, that you shall hearken to Yahweh. How do you hearken to Yahweh Shai? When the doctrine is in front of you. Like the Lord gonna pull you over to the side. Oh, you the Lord? He's like, yeah. Oh, I believe. No, man. Go ahead. That was Jake want too, man. Go ahead.
It says, when I spake, ye did not hear,
How did the Lord speak? Through his men. Go ahead.
but did evil before mine eyes.
Right. So the Lord said, what's the penalty for all that? You're gonna bow to the slaughter. And what's the most feasible, what's the most plausible explanation for this? Let's go back to the information. What's the most plausible explanation for bowing down to the slaughter? The guillotine. And that's why, this information said the feds. That's the Lord rounding up them guillotines to do his work. All right, you got, hold up, real quick, get what you got real quick. We're gonna go to the information. Go ahead, Go, hold up, go ahead, get what you got.
Revelation 20 and verse 4, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded.
Hold up. Now, I'm going to show you how bad the scriptures is. When you read Malachi the 3rd chapter, it says what? The Lord changed him not. John the Baptist was beheaded. James, the brother. One of the brothers. See, you got to read the scriptures to understand it. Like, James was the brother of Yahweh Shai, right?
Right.
That's a foreshadowing. Like the brothers, you know?
Yeah. I love it.
And he was beheaded, and it was a demonic twist, a sinister twist behind it. This guy Herod, that wasn't the same Herod back, and that proves right there that there's lines of kings. You know what I mean? That scripture throw you off. Like, who was Herod? You know what I mean? You confound, you know what I mean? These Christians, man. But that wasn't the same Herod who was chasing down Yahweh Shai. This Herod, he put out the order to behead James, right? Because it pleased the people. You know? So that's what they're gonna do. They having these think tanks, these different means. What we can do by these Israelites? Let's put their head in the guillotine. They start clapping, man. All right, go ahead up.
Revelation 20 and 4 again, and I saw the thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai.
Now, why is that word there? And why is we got this information? See, now go back to this right here. That was it on that?
No.
Go ahead, go on, finish
It says, and for the word of the Most High,
and for Yahweh Shai,
It says,
who is the word of the Most High?
Right.
Revelation 19 and 13.
Right.
He wore a garment, vested dipped in blood. He was called the word of the Most High. This is for the Lord's sake. All right, go ahead.
It says, and which
that was the average Israelite don't realize. When you come into this thing, you at the disposal, you have now been bought, paid off by the blood of Yahushua. Now you're a servant. He can use you at his disposal. You know? And there's gonna be a lot of Israelites, and I believe it's through the Spirit, right? All these Israelites that really didn't do the work, and they really went in it. The Lord gonna give them the task of being beheaded and catching hell to get their crown. That's how they're gonna pay it off, you know? What, you got something?
We were just talking about that before count.
Yeah, that's bad, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, that's it's for real though, you know what I mean?
Yep. You ain't have faith in them videos.
You ain't have faith when the video was out. You ain't have faith when the apostles were breaking it down. Guess what? You gonna make it, but you gonna have a rigorous. That's how it's gonna go down, man. Because for us who've been doing it, we're gonna be rewarded. We're gonna escape. We're gonna escape through, you know. But there's gonna be some amongst you that's gonna make it, and you're gonna have to suffer the fate of being beheaded. All right, go ahead.
It says, and for the word of the Most
Can I
High.
say something real quick?
Right.
Before John the Baptist was beheaded, he actually doubted. You go into the scriptures, you know, you got to understand it. Because you have a nigga, oh, you beat John the Baptist, he doubted. You know what I mean? They don't really understand it. But he did. Because he sent the message to Yahushua, said, hold up, are you the one that we should respect?
That's right.
And you know what proved that he doubted? And to show how you pay attention to the scriptures, at the beginning of his ministry, what did he say? Behold, the Lamb of the Most High.
So he knew.
That was the sweetness, though.
Yeah, that was.
That was the sweet part of it. He saw Yahushua, he was all, see, behold, they go to the Lamb of the Most High. But then when all hell went down, he doubted.
Got a quick precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 10 and verse 10. It says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey.
Right. When you first come into this thing, it's sweet. Oh, I'm an Israelite. I'm going to own you crackers. The very ones that put hell on my forefathers.
That's right.
I finally got something on you. You know what I mean? Because the other avenues didn't work. The nigga in a beret and high-tech boot, you know, Black Panthers. That didn't work. Now you found something. Now, oh, this really makes sense. So it's sweet in your mouth, but go ahead up.
And as soon as I had eaten it up, my belly was bitter.
And that's your mind.
Right.
So we contributing to that. If you're serious-minded, after this lesson tonight, it's going to get more bitter for you. Because you're going to understand the reality of serving Yahweh outside.
Right.
Okay? All right, so yeah, you got more?
Finishing up.
Go ahead.
Finishing up in Revelation 20 and 4, it says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
So some Israelites gonna learn the hard way.
Right.
They're gonna be brought in there and they're gonna be presented, you better take the chip, or and they're gonna say, man, the apostles was right. You know what I mean? I ain't taking the chip. And then they're gonna get beheaded and they're gonna get their crown, man. See what I'm saying? So hold that, let's go back to this information.
Yeah, it says a June 19, 2013 article claiming the feds recently bought 30,000 guillotines.
And that was inspired by Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. Like you might have a nigga come across that information, but we can tell you why the feds bought it. It was Yahweh, it was this power named Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. That's why when you read in the book of Acts, I think it's Acts the 2nd chapter, where they said this new fella who teach a new strange God. That's us. We teaching of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. He the reason why the feds bought them guillotines for you niggas.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, yes, exactly 30,000.
Yes, exactly 30,000. Go ahead.
It says in the Congress passed a law authorizing.
Oh, the Congress passed a law Somebody give me Psalm 64, I think. Where he made his tongue.
Oh yeah, yep. God.
You got something?
Yep, come.
Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 20. It says, remember the word that I sent unto you.
Woo!
The servant is not greater than his Lord.
Right. Did not they come and round the Lord up? And what the Lord said, I was teaching daily. That's how we feel. You know what I mean? You demons out there, man. Like we got something to hide. See, the Lord justified in getting you fucking devils. You watching us too, man. We got cameras everywhere and lights and camera stands and fuckers, man. Yeah. Hey, when you go like on the street level, right? No, to be honest, right? If they jam you up, is on. They have audio and video, man. Yeah. That is a nail in the coffin. They got you. Yeah. We producing the audio and video, man.
Right. Giving it to you.
We giving it to you, devils, man. That's a balance. Like we tiptoeing around somewhere, man. That's why Yahweh said, hey, this script is bad, man. That's why Yahweh said said, he said that I was barely teaching in the temple, man. That was symbolic to us. When they get their nuts up to find to come after us, that's gonna be what they're gonna be faced with. That scenario, look, we went high, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Up.
Yep. It says, the servant is not greater than his Lord.
See that? See that? Come on, man. They watching, man. Where you going, man? That's so urgent. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead, Up. We out tonight doing the lesson. Go ahead.
It says, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Oh, that's the title of the lesson. Time of persecution, man. Yep. And a lot of your leaders not warning you of this persecution, man. Go ahead, Up. Oh, but see, the spirit of Yahweh must be in us. Because just like the Lord is warning you that just like they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you, we conveying that message to you, man. We let you know that to prepare yourself. These devils got laws on the books. And it's bad because of what? Oh, we good. When a lot of these laws were passed, like the Patriot Act, right? All these laws were passed when this clown Barack was in office. Yep. So let's show you how these devils is real meticulous in their approach. They knew, you know, we could silence any grumblings from the people, especially these jakes, if we have Barack signing these. You know what I mean? Nobody gonna question it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that these devils are signing, putting these acts in place to persecute you Christians, man. That's gonna happen again. Nigga got a 501k, a crib, you know what I'm saying? A Tahoe, you know what I mean? Everything they made it, man. I did the video, The American Nightmare. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead. Hey, what's having a nightmare? You know what I mean? You gonna see, Jake's out there. You bought into the American dream. In order to come into a dream, you gotta be asleep. Yeah, that's it. But what happens in that sleep? A nightmare comes. You have a good dream, and all of a sudden a nightmare creeps in. Go ahead,
It says, if they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Yep.
Skip down a few verses at verse 25. He said, but this cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause.
Woo! Yeah, you see that? You got more on that? Yeah, that's it. Hey, so now, let's go back. You got more on that information right here, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. It just said, in Congress passed a law authorizing the immediate use for governmental purposes.
Hey, man, you see that, man? Hey, come on, man. Hey, man, hey, you see that?
Hey, we've been watching church right here.
Hey, call her out, y'all.
Come on, man. We're doing the right thing.
Hey,
We're doing the right thing, man.
I was just hoping
we doing the
I
right
could get it
thing.
out. I was trying to get it out. Let everybody see it.
I heard y'all.
Hey, in this stage.
Hey, man, hold up, man.
Hey, man, I wish we could have come. Hey, Salakia,
Hey,
call halal, Yahweh, Shimmy, I was shy. Call
Hey,
halal,
Salaki, y'all,
Yahweh,
man. If y'all only saw what we just saw,
man.
Straight up, man. This ain't no gimmick, man. You see that, man? Oh, man. Hey, come on.
Hey, went across the whole sky, man. Hey, call halal, Yahweh, Shimmy, I was shy, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey,
Go ahead.
It says, in that Congress passed a law authorizing their immediate use for governmental purposes.
right, the immediate use for government purposes, man. The immediate use. Oh, you got something called somebody look up this term for me real quick. Summary execution. Summary execution. That's what Esau. Yep, you got it out?
Yo, I don't know what it is, but I'm
Yep, just for edification, we're going to bring it out.
Okay, I got it right here.
Yep, bring it out, huh?
It's a summary execution. It says a summary execution is an execution in which a person is accused of a crime and immediately killed without benefit of a full and fair trial.
Right, meaning it's going to be judge, jury, execution. They're going to bring you in. It ain't going to be, hey, man, I got a court date, July 18th. They're going to bring you in, and they're going to say you're guilty, and they're going to say send them off to the guillotine. That's what's known as summary execution. Go ahead, up. Oh, that was it on that? Yeah, see? There's going to be swift, but guess what? That's the spirit of Yahweh sitting outside. That's the Lord going to be bringing that swift execution, man. You know? You got something real quick? Bring it up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace.
Right, for you to not believe and for you to be ignorant to this truth, that's a war. You declare war against Yahweh Shem outside right there, all right? And it goes back to rebellion, all right? So now let's go back. Finish that off, read that paragraph again, read on that.
It says, and that Congress passed a law authorizing their immediate use for governmental purposes.
Summary execution, go ahead.
Would there be any other sort of purposes for government-owned guillotines have sparked a conspiracy feeding frenzy?
Ooh. Now, I know you got precepts, but let's go into what you got real quick.
It's amgnews.com, red list, blue list, yellow list.
Right, and that's these, go ahead.
Blacklist.
And blacklist, that's these devils categorizing American citizens. Because really when you go into this whole thing, these devils really waging war on the American people. You know? Go ahead up.
It says, are you on FEMA's kill list?
Are you on FEMA's kills list? And guess what? If you believe in this Israelite thing, because a lot of people, they think they safe. You know what? I believe in the doctrine, but I ain't gonna go put my face out there. But I'm gonna listen. Guess what? These devils monitoring you, man. YouTube, they monitor you who you subscribe to.
IP addresses.
IP addresses. And that's why this devil is associated with what? The eagle. The eagle, what's one of the main attributes of the eagle? Is keen eyesight. From the cliffs and the rocks, he can spot his prey. So these devils got you. So the Lord Yahushua can't be finessed. It's not like hopscotch. When you subscribe to us, Yahushua got you. When you come into this arena, he got you, man. So it's best for you to commit. And believe me, man, the information we're giving you only gonna get you stronger, man, because we about to come into some heavy times, man. Why should we be telling you, anything outside of the reality of what the Lord got prepared, man? Come on, man. Yep, go ahead, up.
All right, it's red list.
Red list.
These people are enemies of the New World Order.
Oh, you see that? Duck say, red list. Emergency. Read that one more time.
These people are enemies of the New World Order.
Right. The red list is those who are enemies of the New World Order, man. Which is the plot and plans of Esau. When you go into Job, I think that's Job, we're talking about the enterprise.
I know what that's it.
Where their hands can't
Yeah, I'm already.
perform the enterprise. Bring that out real quick.
This is Job.
Because you know what? We could go through all the, we can go through the nuances of this, right? But when you just cut through the red tape, there's nothing but Esau attempting to get his damn birthright back, man.
Yep, that's it.
That's how you simplify it. Why they doing this? Why they doing that? They trying to get their birthright back? That's them weeping bitterly.
Yep.
That's all. Go ahead, up.
This Job chapter 5. I started verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands could not perform their enterprise.
Their enterprise. And that's what the going into. These devils so hell-bent and fixated on getting this new world order together to where anybody against it, they deem as what? An enemy.
Right.
So by us teaching the idea of a new kingdom, that's automatically in direct attack against their plan. See? So go ahead.
Red list, these people are enemies of the New World Order. They are leaders of patriot groups.
Hold up. That would be me, this brother, that brother, this brother, that anybody that got a channel and you got subscribers. You're leaders of what?
Patriot groups.
Patriot groups. We are considered enemies over here. Now, you might be watching the video to be entertained. Woo! That ain't got nothing to do with me. But let's continue.
Says outspoken ministers, outspoken talk show hosts, community leaders.
That's across the board. Esau ain't playing. But it goes back to who? Yahushua. The Lord is about to take one last proverbial swing at everybody, man. Go ahead.
And even probably net leaders. These people.
Whoa, read that again.
And even probably net leaders.
Go ahead.
These people will be dragged out of their homes.
Right. These people will be dragged out of their homes. Do you understand when we teach this word, we understand that that's a possibility. We know that these devils. Matter of fact, you know what? Give me Isaiah 59. Give me that.
I already got that on that.
Give me that.
It's Isaiah 59.
That's why the scripture say what? The just shall live by faith. We can't fight them devils off. Only thing we hoping for is when they do kick in our door, the Lord said, and I had a dream. I did a video a while back. I think Ak remember it. The dream I had about them soldiers coming, and I was invincible. Then the soldier walked by me. I was invincible. You know how like you could be in a school hallway, and the classrooms. If you walk down the hall, the door is back behind the wall, where you can kind of go in. I was in like a little, and the soldier walked past me. Then he got right by me and stopped. It was dramatic. I'm talking about a real vivid dream. And he looked down at me, right? And he had on a police-like helmet. And he took his helmet off, and he was a Jake with a big beard, man. And he told me to believe they can't see me. He said, continue. Real talk. I got the video. It's in the archives. He said, continue. He said, just believe, because they was all running past me, the troopers. And that was the only troop that walked by and stopped. I was like, oh, shit. And he looked at me and took his helmet off. He said, just continue to believe they can't see you. Real talk. I did a video on it. It was a dream that messed me up, man. But this is what this scripture going into. Go ahead.
This Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, from the west.
Read.
And his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against
Now, when you go into that word, the standard, it literally means to make him. Matter of fact, somebody real quick if they will. I know you got something right here too, Somebody go to the blue letter right here and let's see what they got for the definition for standard. Real quick. Because that definition right there gives credence to that dream I had, man. Lord gonna start working a marvelous work, man. It's gonna be so far beyond the comprehension of us. You're not gonna be able to explain it, man. The things the Lord gonna do for us, man. You know, so we can escape out of the clutches of Esau. Esau gonna come down like a madman. It tell you that in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, Revelation, the 12th chapter. Yep. Spirit. Well, the brothers, both of the brothers got that on deck. If you got that letter, let me see what it says. Yeah, standard. Yeah, let me see. Esau been switching shit up, so it's like a shot. I'm just gambling here. I don't know what they're gonna say. Go ahead.
It's standard.
Yeah, see that? Spirit of the Lord, man.
It says standard to it. It says Strong's H5 127. It says to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear.
Woo! To disappear, man. Real talk. I got a video, man. Through the Spirit of power, y'all about Shemel, a dream. What I went through, I woke up at the middle of the night and did a video on it, man. Yeah, about a good year ago, you know? But in that dream, the spirit had to disappear where they couldn't see me. So that's what's gonna happen, man. You think that was written just for entertainment, man? That's some of the works of the Lord. The Lord gonna have it where you're gonna disappear, man. Oh, that happened when your house up. Remember when they looked to push your house off the cliff and he hid himself? He disappeared, man. You can't hit what you can't see.
Right.
Yep, go ahead.
It says
oh, that's all we want. That's the point. All right, now let's go back. Go ahead.
Back Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
And that standard means a way to escape and to disappear. So the Lord gonna work his work, man. You know? So as Esau prepared these ploys, you know, to come after us, you know, in the form of his sword, guess what? The Lord is gonna combat that. And Esau know that. That's why Esau been tiptoeing, pussyfooting around.
That's right.
Here we is telling Esau to make a move and they scared, man.
Right.
No, but ultimately the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to go ahead and do what they gotta do.
Right.
And that's what we read. That's why they have Barak, that crazy mother, he came in there and went to signing all them legislations, man. The Patriot Act. What's some of these acts? Rex 84. HR 357.
Right.
What's some more?
Project Megiddo.
Yep, that. Yep. Project. Yep. Megiddo. Rex 84. King's Afro.
Yep.
You got something?
Yeah, I got some info right
Yeah.
here. About one of them he signed the order.
Yeah, cut. Let's get that real quick, and then we go back to what you got out. Go ahead.
Yep. It says this during Obama's presidency. It says
This during Obama's presidency.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says Obama has now officially signed an executive order that can give him the power to implement martial law if need be.
Right. So why didn't Bush sign it? Why Obama signed it? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It says let me jump down just a little bit. It says the most bothersome part of this order is that martial law allows the president to bypass a 2-year maximum term, therefore allowing President Obama to the president over the nation until it's considered safe, quote unquote safe. Technically, the president could halt the entire 2016 election.
And, but who gonna be a gun-ho motherfucker to do that?
Yeah,
Trump.
Right, Trump.
Through the spirit, Trump gonna be the gun-ho motherfucker to wake up one morning, send out a tweet. Martial law. Nobody move. Hey, that's the spirit of the Lord, man. Go ahead, man.
It says it says
3 in the morning, mama send out a tweet. It's martial law. You like, what? You waking your ass. What the fuck you say, Trump? That's right, goddammit. Yeah, go ahead,
it says things could get even worse, however, with martial law, as a new bill, HR 347, allows the president to detain and torture Americans.
Hold up. This allows the president the jurisdiction to detain, that's a title, detain and torture American citizens, man. And as we go more into this list we got, it's gonna really narrow down who they signed that legislation for. They didn't sign that for the average patriot, you know, that want to see America great again. They signed that for the resistors, man. You know? Go ahead,
Yeah, so HR 347 allows the president to detain and torture Americans without due process.
Yeah, meaning a trial, summary execution. Nigga holler, man, let me call my lawyer. Now, you ain't gonna have that luxury, man. Yeah, your lawyer, you look up your lawyer getting hauled off in there. You got your lawyer pig time. Ooh. Good, huh?
Read a little bit more. It
Red
says,
his ankle. Yeah, so now, back is very young, bro. He in the cell with you. Go ahead.
It says, what is martial law? In the order, it states, in the event of a potential threat.
Right, martial law. We can tell you what is martial law. That's warlike law. Okay? Go ahead.
So in the event of a potential threat to the security of America,
and we are considered a potential threat to the security of America, according to these devils, black Hebrew Israelites. Go ahead.
Yep, it says are necessary to ensure the availability of adequate resources and production capability, including services and critical technology for national defense requirements. Also,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say also as well in that same bill, yeah, they basically seize control over everything you have, man.
Yep, true that.
Yep, all your resources, your
cars
water,
or whatever.
Car, your transportation.
You could be driving down the street and they just stop you. Give me your car.
Yep.
You know?
Yo, so that's complete lockdown, man.
Yep. Yep. So then let's go back to what I got. Go ahead.
More on the red list.
All right, read that again. Red list. Go ahead.
Says these people will be dragged out of their homes at 4 a.m.
Right, you got a nigga Adam Abbott, and I'm just throwing names out there. I ain't, they think that we care about. I did a video on Adam Abbott, man, and people came to the aid of Adam Abbott, man. They crucified me like, man, you Adam Abbott. But hey, we don't care about you, bro. We just using you as an example. You got guys, and we can see you from a mile away, man, through the spirit. You come into this thing to garnish attention for yourself, not understand the magnitude of what's going on. This information, there's laws on the book where they're gonna drag you self-proclaimed teachers out of your house at 4 in the morning, man. And if the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai ain't rested upon you, you're gonna be tortured and beheaded. All right? Read that again, huh?
Con, these people will be dragged out of their homes at 4 a.m. and will be taken to FEMA detention centers and killed.
See that? So the red list is those amongst you out there that teach. You know, you got guys out there that's got a YouTube channel and they like the excitement of shaking things up. You know what I mean?
Rap the news.
So-called white man gonna die. Yeah, what's that?
Rap the news.
Yeah, that nigga. They gonna drag that nigga out in his boxers with a joystick. Yeah, Big Judah and them niggas. Yeah, nigga got on nigga got a white beater. Rap the news, man, coming out of that motherfucker. Yeah, PlayStation joystick wrapped around this nigga ankle, man. Nigga did a video, he played the game and shit, did a video, and they came in there at 4 in the morning and got that nigga, man. Hey, we laughing because we gonna laugh too. The nigga like, you was right, you was right. Look at Rap the News, look at Rap the News. It tell you that the problem the first time. That's the spirit we in. We gonna laugh at you niggas, man. Cause you thought it was a joke. We catching hell, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're enduring affliction to come out here and teach this word to you, man. These guys doing it for entertainment, you know, for the shock value. So they can be patted on the back as being, oh, this guy is deep. But guess what? When them troops kick in your door at 4 in the morning, then what? Because you know what? That's gonna be an intimate situation. It ain't like your father was gonna say, you're a stand-up guy. They ain't gonna even know. Your fathers ain't gonna know Rap the News when you getting hauled off. Nigga in a studio apartment up in PA, Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? Waffle House cups. He saw kicking the door on that nigga, man. Thought it was a game. Yeah, go ahead, get what you got out. Somebody said you had a precept?
Yeah,
go ahead, bring it out.
It's on Jeremiah 2 and this is Jeremiah 23 and verse 2. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord power of Israel, against the pastures that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away,
What?
and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings.
The Lord, oh, that's bad. The Lord gonna visit you. You gonna be asleep. The Lord gonna visit you in the ungodly hour. Man, what the fuck? Who knocking at my door, man? Oh, we went into the information. They got these robot dogs, and them some eerie looking motherfuckers, man. They come to your door and unlock your shit. You ain't never with your boxers on, man. See, that's why we don't take you dudes serious, man. You come in, boy, you don't understand the magnitude of this moment, man. You know, the sense of urgency that come along with dealing with your how about Shema. You have been exposed to a terrible power. Oh, matter of fact, somebody give me that real quick. Hebrews. We're gonna go into this, man. Oh, Alessandra, it tells you what the Lord is all about. 10 and 31, yep. They thought they was exposed to this new idea of, because you got a lot of groups that say, oh, I could be an Israelite with fringes, and you know, I'm last seen in the wing spot, and I got a better job. No, man. When you come into the presence of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's finna get topsy-turvy for you niggas, man. And unless you're in the spirit of the Lord, you're gonna be thrust out, then you're gonna be overthrown. Go ahead, up.
And this is the book of Hebrews 10 and verse 31.
Hey, they keep talking about you fear-mongers. Well, the scripture's all about fear-mongering, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, Hebrews 10 and verse 31, it says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Right, and that's what you about to teeter into, man. Into the hand, the Lord waiting on you. Oh, give me that in Ezekiel. Waiting for you.
That, 7. Oh, yeah, kind, yep.
Go ahead, read that again.
It's Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you fall into the hands. That's fearful. See, but they thought that it was going to be a pleasant experience. Oh, I'm an Israelite. No, it's a fearful thing. All right, go ahead, give me what you got.
This is Ezekiel 7 and 5. Thus saith the Lord power.
It's the words of the Lord. Go ahead.
And evil, and only evil.
And only evil. Got a touch of, you know what I mean? Only evil. Go ahead.
And evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come.
Right, that's like somebody in the cut waiting on you to walk by.
Yep.
That's what the Lord is preparing for you. All right. So now, you got precept over here?
I have precept in the bag up.
Yeah, bring it out real quick and go back to what you got.
Ecclesiastes 38 and 15. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
Yep. And the physician got the power to pull the plug.
Yep.
All right. So now let's go right here.
All right, more on the red list. It says these people will be dragged out of their homes at 4 a.m.
Rap the news. I ain't heard that nigga name in so long. And that spirit made, he gonna get dragged out soon. Spirit made you say that.
Okay.
Next Tuesday, Rap the News, come out that bitch. You know what I mean? A wife beater. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. These people will be dragged out of their homes at 4 a.m. and will be taken to FEMA detention centers and killed.
Right. And you can't sleep on the season that we're in. Because this is a very demonic season. It's very depressing. This is what these high holy days of Esau on the left-hand side is being thrust out there. It's just a rapid succession. Halloween, Thanksgiving, damn Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. God damn. And it's real demonic. This is a time where it's death. This is the dead season. That's why you see the trees with no leaves. Life don't, this scary, man, when you really tap into it. This is Esau in his finest. Oh, that's why Yahweh said what? Pray not that your flight be in the winter. So they're going to take you out of your house at 4 in the morning. That's why if you're in the right spirit, you're dressed. When you go to sleep, you'll wear certain clothes. And that's a nugget for the serious-minded brothers, man. If you ain't in the right spirit, nigga in their socks, you know what I mean, and some boxers with a remote on the side of them and a wife beater. Go ahead, Al.
Says this will take place approximately 2 weeks before martial law
That's
is
bad.
enforced.
Before they even enforce martial law, they're gonna come round up Rap the News and all these different guys. You can tell like Rap the News, they thought it was a game. And they was motivated by coming up against the apostles a great millstone. Really, everybody in this arena that's not in the harmony of what we teach, they whole main stick, right, is to come up against the apostles. Go ahead, Doc.
Blue list.
Okay, now we just went through the red list. Now we're gonna go into the blue list. Go ahead.
These are also enemies of the New World Order.
So you are also an enemy, read.
But are followers of the red list folks.
What followers is what? Subscribers. So you think that you safe because you ain't really went out there and put yourself out there, but they monitor you. Yeah, that's spirit. That's spirit, man. So Esau watching you, you know. But that's not, we're not bringing this out to disturb, disrupt you and discourage you. Yep. That's what you said. Yep. So what? Discourage you, right? We just giving you the reality. Don't think that you're gonna just skate into the kingdom. You're gonna just cruise into the kingdom, man. Hey, you know I like this a saying like, man, that dude hot. Don't associate yourself with that dude. He hot. You know who that's talking about? That's Yahweh Shai, man. You come dealing with Yahweh Shai, you just dealt with the hottest dude on the planet Earth, man. The most controversial man ever. When you associate yourself with Yahweh Shai, prepare yourself to be persecuted and scrutinized by these devils, man.
Right.
Straight up. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Con. These people will be rounded up after martial law
So
is in
after
place.
martial law, the followers, because you're gonna be looking for the videos. Where Ak at? They ain't doing live stream. Where they at?
They ain't showing up at work.
Yeah.
You know, he bugged out.
But then suddenly they're gonna pop up on you.
Yeah.
And you should thank us, man, because we're giving you the information that's gonna put you in the right spirit moving forward, man. Right. You should be following the men of Great Millstone. We teach. Oh, the Yahweh Shai even did that. Remember when Yahweh Shai was getting led to the cross? What he told those women who were weeping for him? He said, "Weep not for me." He was doing what the Lord told him to do even in that moment. He was warning Israel. We watchmen to the end, man. We watchmen through and through, man. And through the Spirit, we're gonna warn you of what's going on. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Con. And will be taken to the detention centers and re-educated.
Right, and they're gonna have what's called a mind-altering program.
Okay,
Oh, yep. We was just going into that. Yeah, bring that out. What you say?
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. Here it is. You was a follower of the men of Great Millstone, leaving precepts. They're gonna have you in that detention center. You're gonna come up out of that program saying, "Sweet Jesus," or some shit. All right, yeah, get what you got.
This is this is Second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death.
And that rings true to this very day, man. Yeah. If you don't conform to what these devils got planned out, they outlook is to put you to death. That's right. Go ahead, Up.
Then might a man have seen the present misery.
So go ahead, Up.
Yeah, going back when you said Yahweh Shai is the hottest guy. This is Luke 13 and 31. The same day there came certain of the Pharisees, saying unto him, "Get thee out and depart hence, for Herod will kill thee."
And Herod, back through the Spirit, I believe that Trump is out of that Herodian dynasty, man. If you paying attention, man. Go ahead, you got more on that?
Yeah, he said, and he said unto them, "Go ye and tell that fox, behold, I cast out devils, and I do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected."
Right, and that's dealing Yahweh Shai cuss. Yahweh Shai said, "Fuck this motherfucker, man." Okay, they put out a decree that the Lord gonna be put to death. The Lord said, "Man, fuck that fox."
Yep.
The Lord sent back an order, and that word went back to Herod, because the Lord's words hold their weight. Yep. The Lord said, "Man, you tell that fox, man." Then he said, my mission pretty much gonna be perfected even to the time we're in now. When you read that, we'll understand. That's talking about now. All right? So yeah, what else we got? Hold what y'all got. Let's go back to the information.
It says, various mind control techniques will be used on them.
And that's going to be torture. Okay? Hold that. Let's go to Wisdom of
Yeah,
Solomon.
this Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see.
Yeah.
I want to jump up on it a little bit.
Yeah, go. Yeah, whatever you
Yeah,
got.
this is Wisdom of Solomon. Damn.
Hey, whatever you feel. Whatever you feel.
All right, let me just start at I'm gonna just start at verse 10. The Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. It said, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the
And that's
widow."
what's going on in these think tanks. Like, for an example, when you had the Bilderberg meeting, that was all centered around Israel.
Yep.
And you notice it wasn't no swarm of activity of that to really after 2007, when the apostles came on the scene. Yep. They were just going about their business, inserting their wicked acts. Like Desert Storm, and they were setting up this auto APKO spirit, where they'll create the boogeyman, Bin Laden, and they'll go in there and get the resources. They weren't even worried about, what's going on now. But then when the apostles came on the scene, then they said, oh shit, they started getting into these think tanks, these meetings. And they said, what are we going to do about these Israelites? That's what we read right here. Read that again.
It says, let us support the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble.
Oh, let our strength be the what?
The law of justice.
Meaning these acts, they write these executive acts. Matter of fact, hold that, I'll go back to Psalm 64. That was crazy, man. That's the best way you can frame it. They crazy. That's why the Lord said in Psalm the 50th chapter, they cast my words behind them. They had the laws and legislation. They said, you know what? We're going to come up with better laws. And they trust in their words. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, this Psalm 64, and I'm gonna start at 1. It said, "Hear my voice, O Most High, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked."
Yeah, and that's going to what these Bilderberg meetings. When these devils come together, guess who they talking about? They talking about us. They talking about polite, or no nigga like that, man. They talking about the Israelites. Go ahead,
It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongues."
Whoa, who wet their tongue. Go ahead.
"Like a sword."
Right, and they're going into their legislations. Go ahead.
"And bend their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words."
See that?
That they may shoot in secret, at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear
Suddenly,
not.
yeah.
You got your Wi-Fi on?
Somebody, brother said that.
All right, there we go.
Dang. Yeah, go ahead.
2nd Ezra 11:45 again. It says, "Therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all."
And the hurtful claws is these legislations. So when you get your claw in you, that's it. They can carry you away. That's what the eagle do. They get them claws in and carry you away. Go ahead.
It says, "Nor all thy vain body, nor all thy vain body."
See? All right, now let's go back.
Yeah, cause it says, Psalm 64:4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not.
See that? So now let's go back.
Cause back in Wisdom of Solomon 2, and in verse 10 again, it said, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice."
Right, their legislation. That's where they get their strength from. They put it in writing and they act on it. Go ahead,
"For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn."
And that's us. We not for Esau being in power, man. Go ahead.
"And he is clean contrary to our doings, and upbraided us with our offending the law."
Right. Woo, read that part one more time,
It says, "And he is clean contrary to our doings."
Right, contrary to Esau, We clean, man. Go ahead.
He upbraided us with our offending the law.
Right, and we come after you because you offend the law. For an example, Leviticus 20 and 13, where it clearly tells you if a man lies with mankind like he lied with a woman, they'll commit an abomination. They should be put to death. You fucking devils, you celebrate that, man. You exalt that. So what we do, we upbraid you for your offending that law. That's a capital offense right there. Why? Else it wouldn't be written, man.
Right.
Devils, go ahead up. And you fuckers, if you watching us, man, fuck you, man. Go ahead, up.
You said, and objective.
Yeah, straight up, man.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the power, how about some outside with us, man? So what you gonna do, man? Fuck wrong with you, man?
You can do is what the Most High allow you to do.
Yeah, you can't do what the Most High, only what the Most High allow you to do.
That's right.
Right.
And if they not watching per se, they'll have like, they'll send somebody, a couple of spies to watch. Go ahead, up.
He said, and
You can report that back. That nigga said, fuck you. And he got a precept.
uncircumcised.
Yeah, you uncircumcised.
It says, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Oh, and that's the spirit. Through the spirit, we just fulfilled that.
Yep.
Because in our spirit, we hate you, man.
Right.
We hate that you come up against the laws of Yahweh Shem outside.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead out.
It says, he professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High.
Yep, read that again.
He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High.
Yeah, we profess to have the knowledge of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
And he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
And that's what we do. We have associated ourselves with being Israelites. That translates, they said child of the Most High, that translates to Israel, Yasha, princes of the power. Go ahead.
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
We were designed to reprove Esau, man. Starting with the chief house of the nation of Edom, which comes in the form of these bankers. Go ahead,
He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
So they watching us, just like I said, through the spirit. What that mean? Do they ride by my spot? No. They watching us through YouTube. And we grievous for them to behold. They're like, oh shit, that nigga can't. They thought we weren't gonna go live. You know, we usually go Monday. They thought we weren't gonna go live. Now all of a sudden they got the alert. You know what I mean? With the title and shit. Persecution now. Ah! My shot. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men.
Yeah, we're not like other men. Meaning what? We're not going to be bribed by you. We're not going to take that purse. We're going to continue to chip away as the scriptures commanded us to do, man. We're going to continue in the work of Yahweh Shem Shah. It's the will of the Lord as it allows, the spirit allows. Man. Go ahead, out.
It says, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion.
Right, we out here teaching the word tonight. There's a nigga sleep. Just go ahead, what you saying?
No.
Yeah,
I'm disagreeing.
nigga playing the game.
Right.
And I'm talking about niggas that supposed to be conscious. Like you put your trust in polite and you don't know where he at. That nigga betting on Madden tonight. And you put your trust in that nigga, man. You know what I mean? How fucked up you will feel. Yeah, come on now. How fucked up you will feel. Adam Abbott. That nigga bet Biff 10 more, man. We on Madden tonight. And we out here doing the work of the Lord. We ain't a fashion of you niggas, man.
That's right.
And we constantly do the work of the Lord. If you pay attention, because if we not working within this society, we putting up videos, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Right, that's the way we perceive Esau as counterfeits, as fakers, man. Go ahead.
He abstaineth from our ways.
How they know us that well? Because they watch us. They examine us, man. They know everything about us, man. Go ahead, up.
He abstaineth from our ways.
Right, we don't eat pork. No, we don't do the things of this world, man. We abstain from that. Go ahead.
He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed.
Right, and that's what we profess. We said, look, at the end of this thing, we gonna be blessed. We gonna be crowned. We gonna be the next rulers. That's the message. That's the rallying cry, man. Esau know that. Esau don't give a damn about the black countries and community, man, because that ain't what they profess. They just want to win a debate, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's Matthew 5 and 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Right, yeah, and that's us, man. Yeah. Go ahead,
Verse 11, it says, blessed are ye when men shall revive you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. It says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. Yeah, it says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Right, and that includes Yahushua, because Yahushua was a prophet. That's why they asked John the Baptist, are you the prophet? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, continuing on, it says, he pronounced it, continue on, Wisdom Psalm 2 and 16, he pronounced the end of the just to be blessed and make of his boast that the Most High is his Father.
And that's what we do. We boast that the Lord is our Father. Because Edomites is bastards.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Let us see if his words be true.
And that's what we at in the process. Let us see if their words true. See, this is the bitterness of the scriptures, which you gotta, this is the reality you face with now.
That's right. Yep.
These devils, they have examined us and they say, you know what? In they diabolical, crazy ass mind, they say, you know what? Let's see if these niggas right. Go ahead.
It said, let us see if his words be true.
Because they test everything. All right, these devils, they know that a bear, for an example, right? They know that a bear go above or beyond the call of duty for their cubs. So what they do? They'll tie up a bear and they'll torture the cubs, man. Fucking devils, man. That's what they do. They'll put a bird in a cage, knowing that a bird got the radius of hundreds and thousands of miles. You put them in a cage. They test the theory of the Lord.
Right.
See? Go ahead, up.
It said, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
See that? Fucking devil. They do that to monkeys and all that. So they're going to try to bring that to us. Go ahead.
It says, for if the just man be the son of the Most High.
So that's what these devils do. They ain't got faith, so they look for tangible evidence. Let us see if they really are the children of Israel. You know? Go ahead.
It says, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
And guess what? Isaiah 59, you fucking devils, when you do that, the Lord is going to deliver us.
Right.
He going to give you what you asking for. He going to show you that we are the children of the Most High. You're going to get concrete evidence finally. Go ahead.
Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture.
Read that again.
Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture.
Proving that this is the only way Esau rationalized things out, man. They're not diplomatic, man. These fucking devils, that's the only way they can get to the conclusion. That's why they torture. Oh, when you go into like even the nigger woman, right? When they came up with anesthesias and stuff like that, they used the so-called black woman as a guinea pig. Damn devils, man. Go ahead, up.
It says on too, just like you go on YouTube and say, what would happen to your body if you went out into space? They use you.
They use you to do that.
I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point, huh? What happened to your bone structure when you was left in space? They'll take a homeless nigga out of Memphis, pull up on, hey man, you want a drink? You know what I mean? Get him in the car and send him up to space, man. Now you wonder what Unc at. Unc was in space, man. Fucking devil. Yeah. You don't know where he at. Yeah, go ahead, give what you got out.
Yeah, God. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and 12. For a man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
Right, and that's the time we're coming into, an evil time. Go ahead, out.
When it falleth suddenly upon them.
Suddenly, the Lord gonna unleash Esau, man.
right.
And what we reading right here in Wisdom, everybody don't know about Wisdom of Solomon's 2nd chapter. That's why it's known as the secret place of the Most High. Because if they did know this, there'd be the spirit that we're in. We anticipating these devils to roll.
That's right.
It's coming. Whether you bear or bear. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
Improve his patience. Behold that. Now let's go back to what you got, Dawah.
Come. A little bit more on the blue list says various mind control techniques will be used on them. Most will not survive this.
Yeah, that's gonna be heavy. Go ahead.
Yellow list.
Yellow list. Go ahead.
These are citizens who know nothing of the New World Order.
Yeah, there's some nigga that's walking around psycho babbling, got headphones in his ear, listening to rap music. He don't know what the fuck going on. Yeah. Nigga watching twerk video chilling. Go ahead.
And don't want to know.
He don't want to know, man.
Right.
He see the camp, he just keep it moving.
Right.
Go ahead.
They are considered to be no threat at all and will be instructed as how to behave and will most likely do whatever they are told.
Yeah, so like these niggas, they using, for an example, they'll use currency to go buy their Jordans. Then when the chip is out there, they're gonna use the chip and go buy their Jordans. They're gonna do as they told. They're gonna just go with the flow. All right, go ahead up.
Unfortunately, there are too many of these to be effectively controlled.
Right, because this is a small sanctuary. Being in the know is, you know, you had a saying back in the day, 5%ers. It's some truth to that. The people that's in the know is a small sanctuary. You know, if you got some level of consciousness, it ain't everybody. You know what I'm saying? So there's more people that just don't give a fuck out there. So what's gonna be the result? Go ahead.
So many will be killed or starved.
Right, so they're gonna be killed anyway, because what's the main essence, the core of the New World Order? Depopulation. We going to the Georgia Guidestone.
Yep.
See how everything come together? Good, go ahead up.
Blacklist.
Blacklist. Go ahead.
If anyone reading this politically active and is an outspoken champion of personal liberty, then it is probably safe
Fucking
to
devil.
assume.
So I'm wrong to have personal liberty. I'm wrong to speak out to have liberty. Fuckers, man. Go ahead.
Probably safe to assume that you are already on some sort of list.
Right, and it is safe to assume that. We understand that. We accept it. We know we on the list.
Right.
Why? Because we coming out in your face. Somebody give me Isaiah 13. We was commanded to ruffle feathers, man, if you will. We was commanded to rattle the cage. It wasn't commanded for us to be in the cut, just talking amongst each other. No, we were commanded for us to go out there and stir up you fucking Edomites, man. And in particular, the chief house of the nation of Edom. Devil, go ahead up.
Yeah, this Isaiah 13 will start at 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
And what's the banner? The Bible. What's the high mountain? America. Go ahead.
It says, exalt the voice unto them.
And when it means exalt the voice, that don't mean you just got necessarily a holler. Exalt means to put it in the forefront. What we teaching is going to be exalt. You know, this is the conversation that should be at the forefront. Go ahead.
It says, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
And who is the nobles? These bankers who pull the strings. So it was meant for us to go out there and stir you niggas up. And you the niggas, man. All right, so let's go back.
Con. More on the blacklist, it says you might also be on a cyber blacklist.
Yeah, you read into that.
Targeting you for disinformation, discrediting campaigns, or perhaps for DDoS ping attack hacking.
Yep, well, that's an acronym, right?
Yep.
You go into that? Because we're experiencing that already, man. Yeah, it just happened. We got the explanation to why live streams buffering. That's a DDoS. Yeah. Video such a video taking your channel taken down. Yeah. We got the explanation there now. Go ahead out.
It's DDoS, short for disrupted denial of service.
Whoa, disruptive denial of service. That's why the brothers send out like comments, oh, you buffering. Oh, you buffering. I ain't getting no signal. Read that again. That's Esau, man.
Short for disrupted denial of service.
You're a fucking devil. Go ahead. Oh, what's this Edomite? He was a banker. He said, hey, man, we never should have made the internet. I forget his name. Hey, that's a part of us. Yeah, one of the Rothschilds. Yeah, he's one of the guys. Yeah. And that gives more credence to the idea of we supplanted Esau. The Lord bad, man. The Lord used the very thing that they thought would be, a benefit to them, and he used it and flipped it and bounced it on them. See? No, go ahead, up.
It says target with disrupted denial of service attack.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's
Hey,
pretty
through the
much
spirit,
it.
man. I'm gonna be honest, man. We're gonna have to go into a continuation on this. Because we didn't get to go into the meat of what we really want to go into.
Yeah.
You already know, huh?
Yeah.
It's so much. Let's continue. Go ahead.
All right.
But hey, that's the spirit of the Lord, Everything got to be done decently, or it got to be brought out the right way, So it could be, go ahead out. Yeah. It can be brought to the forefront, yes. It can be on display in the purest way. Go ahead out.
It is no coincidence that the DDoS ping floods are more frequently directed at political, outspoken blogs and websites.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, because I know a little bit on networking. So, yeah, DDoS is basically, like I just read, they flood your data, right? They send out pings to your data and they flood it into the point to where it crashed. And that's why the live stream crashed. That's why, you buffer.
Mute.
Yep.
They mute your video.
Hey, that's the spiritual war.
That's it.
Just spent 20 minutes on the video. It's muted.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah, they buffering the aux feed. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
That's is a part of frustrating you. You said, man, but it's buffering. Let me just go. Now all of a sudden you watching James Words and highlights. Hey, Esau a motherfucker, man.
That's it on the red list, blue list, black list.
Okay, so let's go into a little of that book right there, and then
This is
much as we can get,
Behold a Pale White Horse by William Cooper. Chapter 6, HR 4079 and FEMA.
And that we just went into that law, right? That decree, see? Go ahead.
It says a tool that can be used to establish the police state.
Right, the police state. And that's, it proved that this is just not a figment of our imagination, right? Each and every one of us, right? We have seen cops with fatigues on. Right? And you have too. Yep. You seen a cop with a damn fatigue on, man. That's them conditioning your mind for this police state that they get ready to insert. Go ahead, up.
Patriots and tax protesters, you must never be found at home on any holiday.
Hey, and the spirit had it when we got together, and we was looking forward to them devil. What was it? What holiday this was? Thanksgiving. Yeah. Spirit got on us, and we got together, man, and we counseled over that. And in my spirit, I was like, man, I could see them devils. I wouldn't have been surprised if them devils would have came, send that robot dog. Who was that, man? Fuck is that? Opening the door. Damn robot dog come in, man. Well,
says your life depends on how well you can obey that rule.
Right, yeah. And that's being circumspect, to be honest. But at the end of the day, this devil is carnal, right? See, we trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. So there's no way you can offset the plans and intents and purpose. Matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 30 and 24 real quick. Give a damn how headstrong you is. You might know what these devils gonna do, but that don't mean that you're gonna escape. You come up with a formula. Oh shit, I know the mercy of the Lord coming, so I can preserve me and my family. No, man, the Lord can set your ass up. You got Jeremiah, man? Yeah, bring that up.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 24. the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it.
Yeah, read that one more time.
Jeremiah 30:24, the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it.
And so you have done what? Everything we read right now, man. Everything we read, the blue list, yellow list, that's what the Lord is going to do. Go ahead. No, go ahead, continue.
Okay, yeah. Until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it.
Right, you see that? So you ain't no way you can offset what the Lord got plotted up. The Lord said ain't no way he gonna return from what he got planned. So just because you know this information, there's nothing you really can do but continue to do what the Lord required of you, which is to believe, man. Matter of fact, real quick, somebody give me what's that? Romans 14:23 real quick. Because some damn doomsday prepper is not going to escape. The Lord's going to set it up beautiful where they going to get jammed up. Because they trust in themselves. But for the brothers out there who believe in this thing, the Lord set up a certain, the Lord set up a certain outlook, if you will, for you to follow. Matter of fact, while he getting that, somebody give me Romans 14:23.
Yeah,
whoever got it. You got to bring it out.
Yeah, this Romans 14:23, and he that doubteth is damned if he eat.
Right. So you who doubteth, you damned if you eat. Meaning you come into this truth, you digesting what we teach it. But if you doubt it, you damned. It would behoove you to believe what we telling you, man. Go ahead.
He eateth not of faith,
Yeah.
but whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
See that? So that's actually a sin, man, to not believe what we telling you. Yep. Go ahead. Get what you got.
This is 2 Thessalonians 5:20. Real short. Despise not prophesying.
Read it again.
2 Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5:20. Despise not prophesying.
Yeah. See that?
Quick.
To the point. Don't despise what we're telling you. Because you accept it if the Lord was telling you that if he came down in the physical, hey, I'm Yahweh Shah. He performed a miracle. Oh, Yahweh Shah. No, the Lord, his spirit is in us to tell you. So don't despise it. All right? So yeah, let's go back. What you got?
Yeah, this is Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
See that? And the hour of temptation gonna come in the form of martial law. Esau vicariously acted out his desire, which is to put Jake to death. He'll tell you that in Genesis 27 chapter, where it said, after my father is death, when you go into that after Yahweh Shah crucified, then that's when 7 AD happened, and it's good over to now. You got something else?
Yeah. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:8. He therefore that despises not man, but the Most High.
Yeah, that's a good scripture right there. Read that again.
1 Thessalonians 4:8.
Yep.
He therefore that despises not man, but the Most High.
Hey, that's plain right there. That's bad right there, man. Because the Lord used us as the instruments to convey his word. So when you despise us, you're not really despising us, you're despising Yahweh Shema Shah. You know, for an example, if somebody come to disrupt your services, you know, as in relations to your power bill or whatever, right? You might come out the house with your scrap. It ain't that guy you coming up against, you're coming up against the execs of that company.
That's right.
You sent out that order, man. See? You got more on that?
Yep. Who hath also given unto us his Holy Spirit.
See, the Lord gave us the Spirit, man. We couldn't even do what we do if it wasn't for the Spirit of the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
Come on now. Come on, you already know. Yep. All right, so you got something? Oh, what you got? Give what you got.
Yeah, this is the book of Psalms 20.
You got more over there too, Double Dot?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms 25 and verse 9. It says, the meek will he guide in judgment.
Woo!
And the meek will teach his ways.
Yeah, and that's bad right there, man. That's bad. They're going to what we were going to before we turned the cameras on. The team to teach his word. So the Spirit of the Lord on us to do what we do. See? All right, you got something out? All right, let's go out.
Good. It says a pretext for invoking emergency measures can be found almost daily in the newspapers. It could be from the suspension of debt payments on high bureaus of American countries to mass run on U.S. commercial banks. And that's an issue, by the way, that's being handled personally by the National Security Council. It says to food shortages, to the drug war, the whole bit. Anything, any disaster emergency declared at all, even including the oil spill from the Exxon tanker in Alaska. It says,
so all these things, they really covering all bases. So anything that happens, these devils can spring into action and they can lock shit down, man. All right, let's go to some more critical, you know, because through the spirit we might have to revisit some of this, you know. If you got anything else, any more intense information you want to get in there real quick, you want to just hold it?
Yeah, let me hold it.
Okay. It's a lot of me. In the spirit, we don't go back there. Go ahead. Hey, in the spirit, we got to start right off with that.
This Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
And what's those prisons? Somebody give me 2nd Ezra 16. I think it's that 74 or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
You got it up?
I've already done.
Yep, that's the spirit. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, let's start at verse 7. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 7. But there shall be in every place in the next cities.
Every place. Go ahead.
And in the next cities.
In the next cities, and that word cities is the buzzword for America. Because there's more cities than provinces or states. And furthermore, each and every one of you people is known as citizens. So that's the buzzword for America right there. The prophecies is concerned in this place. Go ahead, up.
A great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Yep, go ahead.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
Yeah, that's dealing with Esau, man. Which goes into Revelation, the 12th chapter, and 12th verse. Which we all should know that right now, man. Devils to come down with great wrath. Go ahead, up.
It says, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen. These devils gonna come up in your house and cast you out your house, man. Jake think they made it in America, you know. Go ahead.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Yeah, and they're not gonna be up for debate who the Lord dealing with. Go ahead.
And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Read.
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord.
Yep, and that's dealing with, like you went into earlier, the Israel of the Most High. So this the Lord pretty much giving us a pep talk, man. And that's what we doing. We giving you a pep talk to what to expect, man. Go ahead, up. The beloved, yep, the house of David. Yep, go ahead.
It says, Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
Yep.
But I will deliver you from the same.
Isaiah the 59th chapter. Go ahead.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt.
Yep, and we just went into that in Romans the 14th chapter. The sin, the doubt that sin. It tells you in Galatians the 3rd chapter that there's a law of faith, man. You are commanded to believe this doctrine. There's not no thing of you agree to disagree. No, man. There's a penalty not for believing this, man. I think we just out here telling you this for nothing, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God.
Right, meaning the Lord is the one who's going to lead us through. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. Go ahead.
And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts.
And precepts. That's bad because when it said commandments, you say, oh, see, you go into the laws of Moses, as they say. But the Lord said commandments and precepts. Meaning this book in its entirety is the law. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord power, let not your sins weigh you down. Let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Yep.
Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes.
Right, and we're right there. That's a lesson in itself because you already know. Let's say if you pass by a house and there's weeds everywhere, what that symbolize? That person ain't working. So when you do the work, you cover your sin, you clipping away it all. When you're working, you maintain in your house. So if you're not working, so doing the work, then weeds is gonna overrun. All right, so we end it right there. Let's go right there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, finish it. I can finish this off right here. Yeah, this Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Who is the devil right there? That ain't is that the spiritual being Satan you read about in Job, the first chapter? No, man, that's Esau, man. And that's a foreshadowing of, that's the Lord pretty much forecasting what's about to happen, man. This devil is about to, there's concentration camps set up, all right? Where these devils gonna throw you in there. And they already got these coffins, and these FEMA coffins, which I don't know if we touched on that. Lord willing, we're going to it next round. Spirit allow. Okay, go ahead up.
It said, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Right, and that 10 days is somebody to just a period of time. Go ahead.
It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, so that goes back into the essence of this lesson, man. You know, we touched on the subject, tribulation, much tribulation to enter to the kingdom. You know, so just like Yahweh had to suffer and endure these things to get the crown, we got to prepare our mind, you know, the same, you know. Right. And all these other groups ain't going to present you with that, man. Only the men had great millstone going to give you not only the sweetness, which is knowing that you're an Israelite and you're going to have a kingdom, but we're going to give you the bitterness of the script. And that's the balance, all right? So, I got something. Hey, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, now you believers out there to the next time. Shalom, DTA.
Shalom, DTA, Abba Ball.
It's a lot around you monsters, man.
Yeah. Especially you monsters. You know, the monsters is the... Oh, see,